and today I'm going to teach you some common American idioms. You know that when you talk with the foreigner, the way you use some common idioms is very important. So today we'll teach you 10 idioms. The first one is Oliver told me. This idiom is used in the situation like that. When you are told about some secret. For example, my sister talked with me her secrets. So I said that I'm a little bit told me. So to remember this phrase, you can use some crazy action like that. Oliver told me. That's it. And move on the next phrase. It is open in the neck. This idiom is used in the situation like it means that some very annoying person. For example, your younger brother always cries very much, so you say that he is a pain in your neck. And to remember this phrase, this idiom, you can use some crazy action like that. A pain in my neck. Remember that. So now we move on to the third phrase. It is a piece of cake. So this phrase is used to mean that something is very easy to do. For example, you making cake is a piece of cake with you, so you can do it easily. To remember this idiom, you can use their crazy action like that. A piece of cake, ma. You see that? So the first phrase is to lay off. To lay off is phrase to mean it is used to mean that someone is sick and you will put an end of someone's employment, and you can use the crazy action like that to lay off someone. You see that? So now we move on another phrase in common American idiom. It is "and pig can fly." This phrase is used to mean that something don't have the chance to happen. For example, there is a boy, he loves you very much, and he want to To be in the way, remember that.